You ever notice how when you wake up from a dream at night, it feels so real until you open your eyes? Yeah, that's the same way this life works. Because in truth, this whole thing we call reality, it's just a dream shaped by our thoughts, our fears, and our hopes. The storyline we keep replaying in our minds. And just like any dream, sometimes it feels beautiful. Other times, it can feel heavy, confusing. Every success you've had, every failure, every love, every heartbreak, they're all just scenes in the dream your mind is directing. But one day, we wake up, not out of sleep, but out of life. And in that moment, it's like stepping out of layers, realizing this was never as solid as it seemed. So the real question isn't, what's the dream? The real question is, what are you building inside the dream? Let me tell you a story. Darryl grew up with nothing, nights of hunger, days of hand-me-down shoes, and a mother who stretched pennies into meals with prayer. And he swore to himself, one day, I'll escape this dream. One day, I'll never feel lack again. And he did. Through hustle, risk, and relentless drive, Darryl climbed. By 35, he was untouchable. A mansion on the hill. Luxury cars lined up like trophies. Designer suits with his name stitched inside. The boy who once had holes in his sneakers now had closets he couldn't count. But wealth did something to him. It didn't just change his lifestyle. It changed his soul. The hunger that once made him humble now made him vain. The humility that once kept him grounded turned into arrogance. And beneath the shine, he wasn't happy. The more he gained, the emptier he felt. He snapped at people for no reason. He lashed out over little things. He had the dream life on the outside, but inside, he was restless. No car, no house, no deal could silence that hollow feeling. And then, one day, his mother was gone. The woman who stretched pennies into meals. The woman who prayed him through nights of hunger. The woman who gave everything so he could dream. Slipped into eternity. No warning, no goodbye. And that broke him in a way nothing else had. Because if money couldn't buy peace, maybe it could at least buy time. But it didn't. Suddenly, the mansion didn't feel like success anymore. It felt like a cage. The cars outside didn't feel like trophies. They felt like distractions mocking him. And every mirror in that house showed him the same truth. He was surrounded by everything he thought he wanted. Yet he had nothing he truly needed. That night, Darryl drifted into a deep sleep. But this dream was different. He was back in that old project kitchen, peeling paint, flickering lights. Except this time, the whole room was glowing. And there she was, his mother, younger, radiant, sitting at the table she used to pray at. "Ma?" His voice cracked. She smiled. "Son, sit down. We need to talk." She reached for his hand. "Son, you've been running your whole life, chasing what you thought was freedom. But freedom isn't in riches. It's in knowing what's real." Darryl lowered his head. "I thought I made it, Ma. I thought I escaped." She shook her head softly. "You escaped poverty, but you didn't escape the dream. You just traded one illusion for another. First it was hunger that haunted you. Then it was vanity. Different costumes, same stage." His eyes filled with tears. "So none of this was real?" "It was real enough to shape you, but not real enough to last. Son, life is like a dream. You create it with your thoughts, but you started dreaming with fear, afraid of lack, afraid of being nobody. So everything you built came from fear, not love. And fear can never fill you. It only multiplies emptiness. But listen to me. You don't have to stay trapped in that dream. Peace doesn't come from wealth. Peace comes when you understand the dream itself, when you realize you have the power to shape it, not with fear, but with faith, not with greed, but with gratitude. You speak it, you believe it, you create it. That's how heaven starts, not in the clouds, but in your mind, a place where your soul can finally rest. Darryl whispered. Then what do I do now? She smiled. Wake up while you're still in the dream. Shift your thoughts. Dream a dream that leads to peace. Fill your mind with love. Fill your words with life. And let your belief carry you to that heaven inside. That's the only way to stop living restless and start truly living free. This is the quote room where words wake minds. Some things don't need a reaction, just reflection. Just a few thoughts I had on my mind.